Could you please give her her stuff instead of doing? Why do you keep bothering folks? I saw the pencil in your hand, Cortez. I'm not stupid. Okay.
Get back. You look like a bull on steroids.
Look at you.
Ain't nobody watch.
Shut up.
How do Dang, ain't nobody watching. Yes, be quiet, they can hear us.
You already fat? What you like?
Zero people watching.
What's that? Big ass guy. He said you feel like a big ass guy. Get him to Clarence.
Oh,
My dad don't call you.
somebody watch. Hi guys, welcome to my life. How do I?
Now tell me you didn't do anything. You just so used to it, but it's okay. Because I already saw how do I say goodbye yesterday. I heard you.
I said, how do I?
You did. Go back over. Have a seat. Because you should have been finished it.
No, I thought it was the same thing.
Oh, so you didn't copy it.
No, I did copy it. I put the numbers from yesterday.
Yes. All right, the first one says a recipe uses 4 eggs, 1 cup of flour, and 2 cups of sugar. What is the ratio? So we're gonna write a ratio of what? Sugar to eggs. All right, so since sugar is first, we're gonna go up here and find sugar. How much is with the sugar? 2. What's with the eggs?
4.
So the ratio of sugar to eggs is 2 to 4. All right, number 2. Tony traveled 195 miles in 3 hours. Danny traveled 240 miles in 4 hours. Who drove at a faster rate? When we talk about the rate, okay, what are we doing? What operation do we perform? Division. All right, so we're going to divide 3 into 195, and we're going to divide 4 into 240. 3 goes into 19 how many times? 6. Subtract 18.
And
Bring
then
down your
one,
5. 3 goes into 15 5 times. All right. So Tony traveled 65 miles per hour. All right. Now let's look at Danny. It says Danny traveled 240 miles in 4 hours. How many 4s are in 24?
6.
6.
6 times 4 equals 24.
4 into 0.
0.
So the other person traveled 60 miles per hour. Now it says who drove at a faster rate. Faster means they drove more. All right. So Tony drove at a faster rate. Now you have to do the work in order to decide your correct answer. Okay? She need help with what? You know, go to the bottom where it says go like, you know, the YouTube icon. Go there, search Tasha Thompson's math class, and it's gonna pull up. I think I put the 27th in it, but it should be it's today. It's the one that's got live now or something. All right, a water cooler holds 1,284 ounces. How many 6-ounce cups can be filled from the water cooler? All right. If the water cooler holds this much, right? This is your what? I'm telling you how much it holds. That's your total. So a 6-ounce cup, you're gonna fill a 6-ounce cup. So that's your what? That's your part that you're gonna fill. So if you have a total and a part, you are going to what? Divide. So that's 6 and 1,284. All right. Can 6 go into 12?
Yes, 2 times.
2 times. Can 6 go into 8?
No.
Yeah.
How many times?
1 time.
1 time.
Yeah, true.
Yes, Robert.
Can 6 go into 24?
Yes.
4 times. All right. So 214 cups.
Yeah, true.
I got this.
I did mine, but I still like that.
Yeah. But I don't know how you would do it different if you didn't divide.
6 and the 84. I was talking about the other part. That's why I said no.
Oh, but you can't do that. So understand, you can't bring down the 8 and the 4 because 6 going to go into 84 over 9 times. So that's why you just put the whole 14 down. All right. Mansour feeds his dog 10 ounces of food per day. Dog food is sold by the pound. How many pounds of food will his dog eat in 2.5 weeks?
7.5.
Oh, no, but
All right. So
You got the answer right now, too?
your name in the answer, so.
all right. So if I do 10 ounces of food per day, and I'm going to look at 2.5 weeks, right? 2.5 weeks. How do you write 2.5?
2 and 1.
And 1.
2 and 5 tenths, right? That, and I want to do that times 7 because I want that many days. I want 2.5 weeks to be broken down into days, right? 2 weeks is 14 days, right? But a half of a week would be half of a week is 3.5. So that if I multiply this by 7, that's going to be 17.5 days, right? Times 10 ounces a day. That's 175 ounces.
Dang, man, dog.
Okay, 175 ounces. Okay, you got 175 ounces. Now, the dog food is sold by the pound. So that means instead of us using ounces, we need to convert it to pounds. So how many pounds are there in 1 ounce? 16. So I'm going to take this number and divide it by 16.
Oh, you got to
It's a lot of work. I see why you do that.
My dog don't even eat that much. She get one food a day.
So almost 11 pounds because you got 15 out of 16, so almost 11 pounds. Okay, so it's 10 and 15 16 pounds. Almost 11 pounds, not quite. Because basically the dog is almost eating a pound of dog food a day, because if you're talking about 10 ounces, 16 ounces is a pound. 10 ounces is a little bit over that. So it's almost eating a pound.
That's so if he food a whole bowl of that's what they eat.
I don't know how 10 ounces, what 10 ounces looks like. It's a good amount though. But they probably eat more than that in a day. All right, Talia is running a 5-mile race. There are water stops every 1/4 mile. So we got 5 miles, and we got a water stop every 1/4 of a mile. Right? So think about 5 miles. How many 1/4 make 1 mile? 4. And I got 5 of those. So 5 4s is how much? 20. So that's 5 times 4, which is 20.
20
water stops.
I got my own because I hated 5 times 4.
Yeah. Okay, and that's all you were supposed to do. Okay? That's all you were supposed to stop then.
Sometimes you gotta go far.
Well, now in that case, you don't have to go far, because everything is, everything is it's easy this way, because you remember I showed you how to take how many fourths make 1, and then you do that 5 times. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions on that? No. All right. So you can put that up. Yesterday, did you get a handout, a green handout, a green pen?
No.
Like this?
No.
Please don't tell me like that.
I'm going to give you this proposal today. All right. Are we supposed to be talking? No.
No.
So I shouldn't hear any noise. All right, now let's look at the first column. The first column. It says a ratio is a blank of blank or more numbers. All right. So let's look at that first blank. A ratio is a what? Comparison. A ratio is a comparison. So the first blank is comparison. She doesn't have any. Her morning class has. Okay, just let her get the issue. All right. So the first answer is comparison. Is a comparison of blank or more numbers. What should go in that second block? 2. A ratio is a comparison of 2, it doesn't matter, 2 or more numbers. A ratio is a comparison of 2 or more numbers. Because you should. All right. So the ratio of circles, stars to circles is 2 to 3. right? Why is that ratio 2 to 3? What comes first?
So it's 2 stars.
It's 2 stars and it is 3 circles. All right. Now, there are 3 ways to write a ratio. The first way is to make it into a fraction. So you will use a fraction bar.
Oh, yeah.
The second way is you can use a colon. The third way is the word 2. Those are the 3 ways that you can write a ratio. A fraction bar, a colon, and the word 2. All right, look at the second. Look at the second column on rates. See if you can fill out that second column by yourself before I go over the correct answer. See if you can read it and fill it out yourself. Now, we watched the video the other day, if you remember.
That's all good. Oh, down.
I'm going to sleep.
We gonna skip the whole thing.
Compared to quantities of different units. Rate is a ratio that we use when compared to quantities of different units. Like miles per gallon or dollars per hour.
Wait, what she say?
Different flavor radio power.
Hey, bro, get that ratio.
All right.
Dang.
So, a rate is a what? It's a ratio comparing 2
Unit.
different units. Good. All right. Like miles per hour or dollars per hour, right? Those are different units. All right. Now, it says a unit rate tells the rate in lowest terms or the amount for one. When we talk about a unit rate, we want to know how much is it for one. Okay, that's a unit rate. A ratio, it can have different units. It can have different numbers. But when we talk about a rate or a unit rate, we only want that number compared to one. Okay, we only want one thing that is compared to. All right, now proportions are a little bit different. Well, kind of the same. All right. A proportion is an equation showing that 2 ratios are equal. Okay. A proportion is 2 ratios that are equal. Okay. And you know, I told you to figure out if you got an equal ratio, you know your cross products will be equal. That means I cross the 2 numbers and I multiply them. If they're the same, that means my 2 ratios are equal. If they're different, that means they are not equal.
I get the bag.
Come on, man, don't do this.
Okay, like, shut
All
up.
right. All right, so let's just say I give you two different numbers. Let's just say I give you 2/3 and 6/12. Okay, that's what a proportion looks like. So I want to know if 2/3 is actually equal to 6/12. So what I can do, I can cross multiply. 2 times 12 is what?
24 and 6 times 3.
And 6 times 3 is what? 18.
So this
So does 24 equal 18?
No.
No. So this is not a proportion. If it's a proportion,
It's
both
equal.
sides have to be equal.
See what happened? She inside me.
Happy to learn, yay!
Okay, so let's look at these two numbers. 9 times 20 is what? 180. Good. Okay. 45 times 4 is 180. So are these two ratios a proportion? Do they form a proportion? Yes.
Okay.
So if I have two equal ratios, that forms a proportion. If I just got two ratios, that's just two ratios. Okay? If they're not equal, they're not equivalent, they do not form a proportion. That's what proportions are. That means cross products are equal to each other. All right? That's what you call a proportion. So that's where I said the cross products are equal. Because when I cross them, they should be equal. And there's your example. When you cross those, if they're not equal, that's not equal sign. If they are equal, so this is a proportion and this one is not. Okay, that's not a proportion, that is a proportion, the second one. All right, so you have three sides, okay? So we are going to fold this one into a fold. So I want you to take your third side, this side here, and I want you to fold it over on top of the rake. Okay, fold it on top of the rake. No, you gotta do it the other way. Lauren, you gotta do it the other way. Fold, it's gonna be blank paper on top, but it's fine. All right, so fold the third part over the second part. Okay, fold the third part on top of the second part. Okay, and fold the first part like that. But fold it as much as you can, Jay. That means you fold it too much first. All right, so when you open it up, it looks like a trifold. Trifold is 3, 1, 2, 3 parts. Okay. Now, what we are going to do on the back side, which is this middle part, you are going to put glue in the middle part and glue it into your notebook. Okay? At the top, I want you to write the date. And I want you to put the okay, but I want you to write this on the notebook paper. Don't write on this paper. Don't write it on this paper. When you glue it in your notebook, I want you to put this on your notebook paper. Okay, so open your notebook, turn to the math section, to the next clean page. Okay, and I'm going to give every group a glue stick. I just want you to glue the middle into your notebook. I'm going to give you a glue stick. Don't even. Okay. I just want to use this. I can take it up real quick.
Oh, no, that's mine. No, she that gave me this. So be quiet.
Your binder.
Both?
Your binder. I want you to turn to the math section and glue that into your binder. And then I want you to put at the top the date on your notebook paper, the date. Let's go.
Hold on.
1, 2, 3. Come on, Queen.
I just went the other day.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Hey, huh? Get the thing.
All right. Come on, Mike. Oh, yeah. Come on, Steve. Let's go.
Hey, I stay.
Okay. All right.
Woo!
All right. So this is what it looks like in your notebook. Okay. Christopher, give it back.
I'm done. Dang, rip your sleeves.
Okay. All right. At the top, put the date and put RP1, which is 6th grade, ratios and proportions, standard 1. 6th grade, ratios and proportions, standard 2. Just put it at the top of the page. 6 RP1, 6 RP2 is fine. Wherever you put it, at the top or at the bottom. I just want you to know when you look at that, you will know what standard we are talking about. Which is RP is ratio and proportion. All right, so everybody should have that done. Glue it in your binder. Then I need you to take out your your instruction book. Once you have it glued down, take out your instruction book.
Wait, did you write the stuff on it?
And turn to page.
Six.
Okay.
That one. It's like this, but it one is two. The other is two.
Instruction page
It's so
19.
funny. Ain't that funny? And they be pouring you. You got two? Mm-hmm. And you gotta do this one too. No. Put one, then
All right.
put that.
If you look at the bottom of page 19, you should have 2 problems, 7 and 8. If you look at the bottom of all right, now we went over the problems yesterday. We went over how to do 12. You were supposed to go over how to do
We left
like that, right? Okay, so I'll go back. Did y'all do about the cups of stock?
We did that.
We on page 19. We stopped at number 6.
Okay, right here.
Oh, we talk about them stairs.
We stopped at number 6.
I'm not putting number 6. And we're supposed to do number 7. We're supposed to do number 7.
How do you use the table to show equivalent ratios? That's what we were. How do you use Well, we multiply and divide by the same number. All right, so 7 and 8. That's what we were supposed to do. 7 and 8. All right. All right. It says Michaela travels 15 blocks on her skateboard in 5 minutes. At this speed, how many blocks can she travel on her skateboard in 12 minutes? Okay, so think about that. It takes her 5 minutes to go 15 blocks, right? It takes her 5 minutes to go 15 blocks. All right, so let's look at that. All right, so we have minutes and we have blocks. And it tells you it takes her 5 minutes to go 15 blocks. Now, looking at this table, if we're gonna complete this table, if I know 5 minutes goes 15, if I do another 5 minutes, how many minutes is that altogether? 10 minutes, right? Okay. So 10 minutes, how many blocks can she go? 30. In 15 minutes, how many blocks can she go? And in 20 minutes, how many blocks can she go? Okay, so what did we do at the top? We kept going on by how many minutes? 5. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. At the bottom, what did I go by? 15, 30, 45, 60. Now, your question says, how many blocks can she travel in 12? Okay. Exactly. Okay. So we want to know 12 minutes. So where would 12 minutes go?
So 12, you ain't gonna
Where would 12 fit?
15.
In between 10 and 15.
15.
So it would be in between 30 and 45, right? All right.
First of all, you gonna have to like.
All right, so let's do this. Let's reduce 5 and 15. What can go into 5 and 15?
3.
No, 5. Why can't 3 go into 5 either?
Oh yeah.
Because
3 times
3 times nothing
times
is
2.
5. Okay, all right. So 1 minute gives us how many blocks? 3 blocks. So if we can go 3 blocks in 1 minute, how many blocks can we go in 12 minutes?
4. 36.
How many?
12.
36.
Okay.
Excuse me for this interruption, Ms. Reagan, you're needed in the office.
Okay. So let's look at this again. Let's look and see what I did. Because my table didn't show me, right? My table didn't show me what I needed. I reduced it, right? I reduced 5 and 15 by 5, and I got 1/3. So 1 minute, 3 blocks. 12 minutes, how many blocks? So how do I go from 1 to 12? What do I do? How do I get from 1 to 12? I multiply by what? 12. So remember, I told you to make something equivalent, I have to do the same thing to the top and the bottom, right? So if I multiply the top by 12, what do I multiply the bottom by?
12.
12. And when I multiply 3 and 12, what do I get? 36 blocks. So the answer to number 7 is 36 blocks. 3612. All right. Number 8. A seamstress used 12 yards of fabric to make 3 costumes. What's a seamstress? Somebody that sews or makes alterations. They're called a seamstress. So somebody's going to make some costumes. Okay. So what is the ratio of fabric to costume? What is the ratio of fabrics to costume? 12 to 3. 12 yards to 3 costumes. Now, so 12 yards make 3 costumes. How many costumes are we looking to make?
25.
25, right? So the first thing we're going to do is reduce this. Okay? 12 to 3. What can go into 12 and 3?
No, 3.
3.
4 can't go into 3.
Tell me why 4 can't go into 3.
Because first of all, 4 is bigger than 3.
4 is bigger than 3. So if 4 is bigger than 3, 4 cannot go into 3 either. Okay? Because it's bigger. So whenever I ask you what number can go into another number, think about this. What does this say? Read this. 12. No.
12.
What does that mean?
A
What does it
divide.
divide by?
3.
3. So what am I dividing by?
3.
3. 12 divided by 3 is what? 4.
4.
3 divided by 3 is what?
1.
1. So 4 yards will give us 1 costume. We need 25 costumes. So we're going to put 25 right here. Because we need 25 costumes. All right. Now, how do I go from 1 to 25? Multiply by what?
25.
So if I multiply 1 times 25, I also have to multiply 4 times 25. And 4 times 25 is what?
100.
100. So my question says, how many yards will she need? Well, which one of these is yards? The 100 or the 25? Which one is yards? 100. See, it's yards.
4 times.
Okay? So 100 yards for 25 costumes. Always, whenever you do ratios or proportions, you see how this is set up as a proportion? Remember, this side times that side has to equal this side times that side. What's 4 times 25? 100. What's 1 times 100? 100. So that's how I know my conversion is right. If you do yours and yours doesn't come out right, then that means you did something wrong. Okay? All right, let's go to the next page, graphing them. Graphing them is the same thing as writing them, except you put them on the graph. A 4-ounce serving of yogurt has 8 grams of protein. So every time you eat 4 ounces of yogurt, you're getting 8 grams of protein. How many grams of protein are in a 10-ounce serving? How many grams of protein are in the whole 16-ounce container of yogurt? It says you can use a table to show equivalent ratio. 4 out of 8 is the same thing as what? 4 to 8 is the same thing as a half, right? So all these have to equal half. The top number is half of the bottom number, right? 4 is half of 8, 8 is half of 16, 10 is half of 20, 16 is half of 32. So it says you can plot the order pairs on the coordinate plane. So your first number is at the bottom, ounces of yogurt. Your second number is on the side, grams of protein. And all they did was graph it. They put a dot, okay? They went with 2. So I go to the right one, go up 2 and put a dot. 4 goes with what? 8. Put a dot. 8 goes with 16. I put a dot. 10 goes with 20. And it keeps going. Now, if you draw this, what is this form?
What's the name called?
A straight line, right? It's gonna be a straight line. It's not gonna be zigzag or curvy. It's just gonna be a straight line. Okay? All right, so let's fill out this page real quick before we take a break. What is the ratio of ounces of yogurt to grams of protein? Ounces of yogurt to grams of protein. So what would be that answer?
16
Ounces
to
of yogurt.
32.
Look at Joe.
16 to
What is it?
36.
4 to 8. Good. Because the first page told you there were 4 ounces to 8
You're gonna
grams.
have to reduce it anyway. It makes sense. Sure.
Number 10. Look at the table. How many grams of protein are in 1 ounce of yogurt?
2.
2 grams. Number 11. Each point on the graph shows an ordered pair from the table. Fill in the blanks to show these ordered pairs. All right. 1 goes with what?
Excuse me for this interruption. I need Aquarius Tyler ready to go.
4 goes with 8. 10 goes with what?
20.
16 goes with what?
32.
Now I'm gonna give you 1. If I had 20, 20 would go with what?
40.
40. Good, because it's half. So 2 20s make 40. That's not on there, but I just wanted to see.
Nixon told me to tell you what page.
21.
It's Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
They must be already upstairs. I tried to call. They ain't in there. Miss Thompson, do you have Shamaya Magruder with you?
She's with Mr. Cooley right now. All right. Number 12. How are the number in each ordered pair related? Okay.
Half.
So the first number is half the second number. The first number is half the second number. Number 13. The order pair 10-20 means 10 ounces of yogurt to how many grams of protein? Ten ounces of yogurt to how many grams of protein? 20. The order pair 16-32 means how many ounces of yogurt
16,
to how many grams of protein?
32.
The table and graph show equivalent ratios. How are they similar? So how would they be similar?
They all equal 1/2.
Well, no. It says, how are the graph and the table the similar?
Oh,
They showed us
all the same.
data, yeah.
Yeah, same data.
So they both show equivalent ratio. Okay? Or the same data or whatever is the same. How are they different?
One is
The-
a coordinate plane.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, one is a coordinate plane.
And one is a bar graph.
So one plots points on a coordinate plane. the other one has columns, right? So the two columns, you got one column going this way, the other column going that way, and they show equivalent ratio. Tomorrow, have your recess, okay? All right, Mom. The ratio of balls hitting the basket to balls not hitting the basket, okay? You ready? The ratio of balls hitting the basket, going in, to balls not hitting the basket. You ready? Are you ready? All right, stand up. All right. All right, there was one time he missed. Go again. Okay, there was two times. Come on, try, not so hard. Okay, so that was three times, right? So the first one he missed, the second one he missed, the third one he got it right. Okay, come on, you're not done, you got 5. Okay, all right. Not quite. So the fourth one he missed. Oh, he got the last one. All right. So what is the ratio of the baskets he made versus the baskets he did?
2 to 5. 2 to 3.
Okay, 2 to 3. He made 2. He did make 3. That's one ratio. I can say, what is the ratio of the baskets he made to the total baskets? What would that be? 2 to 5. What about the baskets he missed to the baskets he made?
3 to 2.
3 to 2. What about the total in the baskets he made? 5 to 2. Okay, that's all a ratio is, right? That was it. Now, you can turn these into percentages, okay? Like that's 67%, that's 40, that's 1.5, that's 2.5. Like you can, but we haven't done percent yet, but we will. But that's all that means, right? So when you talk about a ratio, all you are talking about is what is the rate of somebody, what was the rate of him doing something? That's it. All we recorded was the baskets he made and the baskets he missed. Now, you know the total because 2 plus 3 equals what? 5. Now, are we going to add these up?
No.
Because what?
That's not the total.
That's not the total. The total already down here. So we can't make a total. That's right. You can't go over a total. Okay? Good. All right. So that's a ratio. Okay? Equivalent ratios just mean what?
Equal.
All right, so everybody up. Everybody up.
Come on, man. All on time.
All right, you gotta be quiet. We are going to do the review. So you tell me something that you got out the lesson, something you may not understand in the lesson, or a question that you may have. All right, Jacayla gonna be the first. All right, come on, Jacayla, we gotta move fast. A rate is a ratio. Come on. Sit down, go to somebody else. All right? Sit down. Come on. Tell me something.
Rate is about
A rate is compared to one. Give it to somebody else. Three ways you can write a ratio. Okay? Come on. Don't look in the book. This is in our head. I want you to tell me something. It doesn't matter if you say something else. It's whatever you learn. It's not in the book.
What you want to say?
Somewhat. Order pairs are related. Okay, they are related. Good. All right. It could be anything. Good. When you cross multiply, your products have to be the same. Somebody say. Okay. Ratio is a comparison. Good.
They have the numbers have to be equal.
Okay, what numbers have to be equal?
When you are comparing.
When you comparing ratios, your numbers got to be equal. Good. Sean, you haven't went yet, baby. Stand on up. Throw it, Jason. All right.
A ratio is comparison of two quantities.
Ratio is a comparison of two quantities. Okay. You can divide fractions. Okay.
You can put it in the fraction.
Huh?
You can put it in the fraction.
You can put you can make a ratio into a fraction. Good.
There's many different ways to find a ratio.
Different ways to find a ratio. Good. You can write ratios in important and plain. You can. Let's say you can plot ratios in important and plain. You can plot. Good.
Yes, they will.
Huh? You can divide what? You can divide ratios, okay? A rate is being compared to one. Good. You can graph it. You can use a table to graph a rate. Yes.
No,
Huh?
You already got it.
Good. You already got a total. You can't go over a total. Good.
They don't want to see you in there.
They don't want to see
And
you.
have two or more numbers to be a ratio. Good.
I
Sometimes
gotta
say
stand
something to
No.
me.
You good.
Oh, I'm trying to say
It's a
something in the air.
comparison. Okay, the rate is the time that you do something.
You see.
You can divide ratios, okay? Ratio is comparison of two quantities. You ready? Come on. Good. You can multiply ratios. Good. All right. Good job. All right. So now let's line up for the restroom. Okay. Sit in the hand sanitizer. Let's not talk. Come on. Let's go. Anthony, you shouldn't be all the way over there. Come on, Jalen. Cortez, I do see you. You are not invisible, baby. Put my markers back on the board and let's line up for the restroom.
hear me do the woo woo? Miss Thompson in your room, do the woo woo. Hey y'all, look at the board.
Gang, 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 gang.
217. Ready, go home.
21.
21. You say gang gang too.
All right, have a seat.
I ain't touch.
All right.
That's on him.
All right, so
They playing with your stuff.
see, I saw everything that you did on
What I do?
when Miss Clark
What
rewinded
I
it
do?
back and I was in her room. I saw how you got up. You was over there. You was just having a whole bunch of fun.
What I do?
Dance.
I ain't do
Like,
nothing.
shake that booty.
Listen,
No, you trying to play me, bro? I ain't.
but listen. See, her class went back and rewinded it. Everything. Whenever I either came out of the room or went, you did something
I
on
ain't
this
even
screen.
do nothing.
Do you want me to show you over
Yeah,
there? You
go
want me to
show.
go back and rewind
Yeah.
it so you can see it?
Yeah, can't go see it.
Huh?
Video here.
Do you
See
need
video
me to
here.
do
No,
that?
'cause
Hush.
you know-
Okay, you know you did it. It's okay. I'm gonna show you though what you did. You was all over the thing. I'm gonna show you.
What I
Show
do?
me her roll high.
Show me.
No. Y'all have a seat. You know what you did in the stuff today. You was all in the screen.
I was like this.
That's what I'm saying. Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit
Bro,
down.
you trying to play me, bro. You better stop trying to play me.
All right. Look at the next. All right. Page. What page is this? 21. All right. Let's look at 15 and 16. All right. Let's look at 15 and 16 on page 21. It really needs to just be right there because they can't see it if it's not. All right. So let's read number 15. All right. J. Taylor is going to read.
On
Inline skates.
flying skaters, Bradley skates 4 miles in 20 minutes. At this speed, how long will it take him to skate without tiring with a 12-mile bike path?
All right, so think about this. It says Bradley skates 4 miles in 20 minutes. Now, how can we? Let's write this as a table. Let's look at a table. All right, so we got two parts of this table. One part is going to be what? Miles, and the other part is minutes. Okay. Now, what did it tell us? What do we already know?
4 miles,
4 miles,
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, so we can write that part down. 4 miles, 20 minutes. Now, can we find the next one? Can I find this set right here?
Yes.
What am I going to do?
See what number goes to.
I'm gonna go by 4. All right. So that will be what?
840.
8. And this is what?
40.
All right.
12.
No. Oh yeah.
6.
Now, what is our question?
How long
would
it would take him to skate the entire length of a 12-mile
backpack? All right. So 12 miles is what? 60 minutes. So this table answered our question.
hour?
All right. So that's the answer to number 15. Draw your table and put your answer on the line.
Let me go get my book from the school.
Let's see, because all right. Yes, ma'am. Number 16. The cost of 5 team sweatshirts is $90. Can I make a table?
Yeah.
Yes. What's my two parts?
The sweatshirts and
Sweatshirts and dollars.
90.
It's sweatshirts and dollars.
Okay. What did they tell us? What do we know?
How do you know it's a whole bunch
What do we know?
Five.
5 sweatshirts is $90. All right. What will go here?
10 sweatshirts is 180.
80.
What's next?
15 sweatshirts.
15 and
200.
270. 5, 10, 15,
20.
360.
and 25 is
430.
all right. Now, what is our question? Our question says, how much would it cost to buy a sweatshirt for a whole team of 15 players?
$270.
15 sweatshirts, that's 15 players, right? Because every player gets a sweatshirt, $270. So again, did a table answer our question?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, we found the answers in different ways. We use tables, we use proportions, we use rates. You see? So it's all different ways you can find your answer.
Oh, this is like this on this page.
Where you want me to
Okay?
I can go get my book out of the school.
All right. Turn to the next page. Now, you have 3 problems that I want you to answer. Okay? I want you to either make a table, make some kind of drawing, do something that can connect you to that problem. Whether you do a proportion, in order to do a proportion, you got to reduce them. I'm going to show you how to do a proportion from one of these. Like that one, 4 to 20. 4 to 20 is what? What can I divide this by?
2.
No. What I tell you to do, I can divide it by 4. All right, so this means 1 mile in how many minutes? 5 minutes. And then it says, how long will it take him to go 12 miles? So I'm going to put 12 here, and I'm going to find this. All right, how do we go from 1 to 12? Multiply by what?
12.
And 5 times 12 is what?
60.
Hours.
So you see how you can find the same answer by doing it different ways? You can do this table, or you can do a proportion. You can set it up like a proportion. All right, so look at the next page, okay? And in about 6 minutes, okay? In 6 minutes, I'm going to come around and check your work. 6 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes. It shouldn't take you long to either make a table or make a proportion. Shouldn't take that long. No, you're gonna do it by yourself. Where's your book? Okay. All right, so you got 6 minutes. I want you to try for 6 minutes. Find out something you can do to solve those problems.
She sees everything I'm doing. So. You better start saying me word. Say it again.
Now, how much for 48? Yeah, 250. I gave them to, I gave them all that I had. I don't have it.
Where I do whatever it takes me.
We can't talk. Okay, you got 2 minutes. There you go. Have to stop.
Don't make me walk you down.
I'm talking.
You don't know what it is. It's just what I said. Stop saying it, right?
All right. I'm gonna come by and check your work.
See you right there.
Oh. That's kind of the, you're not gonna get 36. Because there's not a 5, like you can get a middle one, but it's not gonna even come to that thing. Now this one, and the one, if you keep going, it's gonna give you the answer. So you were kind of on the right track with them.
Feel like a bill. Dude, stop calling my name, dude. Quit calling my name. You know it's hard out here.
It's crucial.
You always have to be trying to make it. Well, you're a Fortnite character.
Yeah, big monkey.
Shut up, girl. Why you got my You show you live that life. I spit it out.
We call it a nine, dude. I know that was you.
This was out of the boys.
Oh, boys.
This was out of me.
Okay, that's right. 12, this for 48, but how many for 36? That's correct. Is that everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Stop looking at
You
me.
got one person. All right, so let's go back over it so that you can see where your mistakes are. Hey, let's see where your mistakes are. All
You go clear.
right,
Clear.
let's
Clear.
do it
You
first.
go clear. Like,
You come with her.
I don't do that, man.
All right. First problem. It says, Miss Sylvia orders 5 pizzas for every 20 students working on the campus cleanup. How many pizzas should she order if 36 students participate? How many pizzas should she order if 48 students participate? All right, what do we know? What do we know?
How
What do we know? What do they tell us?
How many?
20 students.
20 students and 5 for each 20.
All right, so we got pizza and students.
You build like a stack of potato chips.
Okay, now what ratio did they give us? 5 and 20, right?
The
And
total
5 and 20 equals what?
4.
It's 1/4. That's right. So 1 pizza for a student.
You got me.
I'm just saying.
Say my name, still talking.
All right, Jacoby, first ratio, 5 to 20. It says 5 pizzas, 20 students. 5 out of 20, I divide by 5, and I get 1/4. So go ahead and write my second number in the blank. 1 and 4 are my first two. What will go next? It's not gonna be 2 and 4, it's gonna be a 2, but it's not gonna be 4. If one pizza feeds 4 students, 2 pizzas are gonna feed how many? 8 students there, 2 and 8. All right, come on, Cortez, do the next.
I can do one.
All right, Sean, do the next. Jakayla, do the next. Shanti, do the next.
I can't do one.
Yes, your name's Shanti. Okay.
That's not real.
Look at your pattern. 4, 8, 12, 16.
I want to do next.
9.
What's 4 plus 1?
Baby, only one by 4. Isn't 4 at the bottom? Right. And y'all stop talking. You didn't know either until I told you. So stop doing that. Y'all don't give a person a chance to try to figure something out. Look at your pattern, right? We started with 4. Then we got to 8. Then we got to 12. What's next, DK?
Stop staring at me.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Thompson, how you wanna work this tomorrow? 8 to 10 and 10 to 12 with you?
Yeah, that'll be good.
That's okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Rockwood. 1-800-contracts. One call, that's all. Sherry Sports. One call, that's all.
Hey, one call.
What's up with the jeans?
All right, come on, Sean.
Not safe.
All right, Mike, do the next.
Say it.
I can't see.
You can say it. Don't we got just what you say. Don't mean you can't say what you think. Say it. Like, what you say? He said, just what you say.
All right. Shanicia, do the next. Y'all stop talking. Anthony gonna do the next one. Come on, Anthony. Then Francesca's gonna do the next one.
I'm trying to do one. Dude, she ain't your fault.
After Francesca is going to be Dante. Then Kyra.
Well, they ain't your folks. She your teacher.
She the go smoke.
No, it's not.
Quiet, please. All right, Roberto, do the last one. Stop talking. Good. All right. So the top number kept going by ones. I just kept adding 1, 1, 1, 1 all the way. And then my bottom number, we started at 4. We kept adding 4 every time, right? So you have, they asked you 2 questions. They said, how much was it for 36 students? How much was it for 12 students? And those are your answers. 9 pieces and 12 pieces. That's the answer to number 17. All right, number 18. All right, so number 18 tells us that what? It says, David wants to fill his backyard swimming pool. His garden hose delivers 40 gallons in 5 minutes. All right, so gallons and minutes. Uh, 40 gallons in 5 minutes.
Say my name.
Bro, y'all stop talking about that name. Y'all just mad because y'all name don't sound like that.
All right. You gotta keep going with this. All right, Lanaya. Come on. 40 gallons, 5 minutes. We're trying to get to 20 minutes and 1 hour. How many minutes is an hour? 60 minutes is 1 hour. All right, so if we start with 40 here and we're gonna double it, what would it be? We double it. We need another 40. Another 40. We at 40. We need another 40. 80. And what will go here? Okay, you see this number here? This how many more we need. We're at 5. We need 5 more. What would that be? All right, come on, Cordelia. And then Aisha is gonna be next. And then Chris, and then Z.
I want to do one, folks.
Bro, you said your phone was
Looking at it.
You got up on that? Quit it.
Come on, next person.
Oh, y'all. This was 247.
All right. Tiana. Next. Then Mansour.
I can't do one.
I can't paint it.
So we missed you.
You can cut
It's
some
249.
put wood on these clothes. Let me see. You can just do an edge back there. See what right back? You just do an edge back there like that. See, man.
Okay. Come on, Mansour. Can I skip anybody else? Come on.
This I want
Shabani.
to
Then Dennis. Dennis.
Are you from Big Bear?
The next, will you please today?
Ain't nobody from Central.
Okay, shut up. What you talking about? No, I'm not. Shut up, dude.
All right, Jamila.
You forgot to do
Cause you don't know it. Yeah, shut up.
Come on down, Tay.
Shut up, fucking
You gotta go in first. What? What is it?
All right, Jay. Last.
Dang it.
Let me see.
Yeah, easy, folks. You know it's hard out here.
Oh, that's not right, grandma.
You know it's hard out here when you black and you come.
All right, so you got 2 questions. It said how many for 20 minutes and how many for 60 minutes. So those are your 2 answers. It is 160 gallons for 20 minutes and 480 gallons for 60 minutes. Okay, that's your answer to number 18. All right.
Say something.
Number 19. It says Coach McCarthy bought 6 soccer balls for $150. Which table correctly shows equivalent ratios for this ball? All right, it says 6. Tomorrow y'all gonna stay in, y'all gonna go outside and get fresh air and all. I actually be quiet. School is not open. All right, so $150 is for 6 of them. So how many 6s are in 15? How many? 2.
Yeah.
How many 6s are in 30?
5.
So it's $25 per soccer ball. So which one of those ratio tables are correct?
B.
B. So your correct answer is B.
But y'all, I'm trying to go outside.
Your correct answer is B.
Be quiet. No, but you trying to fuck that dude.
All right. Any questions?
Yeah, hello.
Be quiet, Quinn.
Be quiet. You have to go out there.
Pay attention to what's going on. If you don't, you are going to have problems. Okay, we are going to start on your quiz. We may not finish it, but we will finish it tomorrow. Now, if you divide decimal, it's the same as dividing whole number. The only thing you gotta do is put a decimal in. That's not homework, son.
No.
It's for you to do right now.
How we gonna get finished?
Go ahead and put your name and date on.
You only got 5 minutes in school.
Oh my God.
Put your name and date on. Exam work. All right. Name and date and get started. Turn around, okay? Turn around.
You vote out.
You ain't in there anyway. You wanted us.
Who you with?
I don't know yet. I probably want to hear you.
You go with Justin.
No, I don't. You wanted us to go find tail.
Oh.
That's it.
How many boys?
Now,
That's the
if
tail.
you have a fraction,
No.
let's
Don't
just
worry
say
about
we're
it.
gonna
How many
divide
boys you
3
got? No,
into
it's
5.
just thank you.
Now, this decimal right here, what do I do with it? Move it to the top, and you can erase that out the way. Okay? Now, how many 3s are in 3?
Yo.
How many threes are in zero? How many threes are in zero? You see, divide with decimals, fine. You just bring this decimal to the top and you ain't got to worry about it anymore. And you divide like you normally would divide.
Bro, keep on looking at me, bro. So close both of your eyes.
Ace.
Like,
Call my name.
always looking at me.